Ehsan, a 31-year-old man from Narowal, was having a job in Lahore. There in Lahore, he had rented a quarter, living alone. On weekends, he used to come to Narowal to spend 2 nights and 1 day with the parents, with the sisters and brothers. And again, he used to leave for Lahore on Monday morning. One Monday morning, on his way back to Lahore, he was waiting for his train at the railway station. There he saw that a lady, somewhere 27, 80 years old, was sitting on a nearby bench and having a 2-year old boy in her lap. You know that on railway stations and the bus terminals, vendors are seen selling one edible item or another. So there is a plenty of these people. Now they try to engage, offer everybody who is seen there, particularly those with the children, because children insist, they demand from their parents. So many vendors came to this lady with a 2-year old boy, and the boy was very desperate to get something, but she could not buy him anything else. Ehsan was watching all that. He realized that the lady maybe don't have any sort of money. That is why she is unable to spend even rupees 50 on the boy. He bought two, three things for the kid and gave to the boy. The boy was eager and desperate. He received. She was very thankful and grateful. Ehsan came and sat on the bench where he was earlier sitting. He realized that she is very disturbed. Again, he came and asked her, "It seems that you are upset. Please tell me what I can do for you, or if at all you need any sort of help." She replied, "I have to be in Lahore but don't have a ticket. Don't have money to buy the ticket." Isan said, "No problem. I will buy you a ticket." And he bought. The train came after a short while. Both of them boarded the train. And they sat on the same bench, their adjacent seats in the train as well. She was very much grateful, very much thankful, obliged that the first major step of his problem has been solved. Now Ehsan inquired that you can share your story with me if you want to, and maybe I would be able to help. She replied, "Okay, I was married to a man who was also a clerk in Lahore. He was a drug addict, used to beat me. One day he was going somewhere and he was drugged. He was on a motorbike and received certain head injuries, could not survive and he died. Somebody told me that go to his office where he was working and ask them if at all there are certain funds in his name. So I'm his widow. Please give me that. So that is the purpose of my Lahore's visit, and I will return to Narwal from Lahore after receiving this money. I will pay you back after receiving whatever you spent on me, particularly the ticket, the money of ticket. Isan said, no problem, I didn't do it for that, but rather I will help you in recovering, receiving that money from the office of your ex husband, late husband. Isan accompanied her to the office where her late husband was working, presented all the case in quite an elaborate manner. The reply Ehsan and this lady got were quite shocking for the lady. They replied that the father was mentioned and written as a benefactor, as a beneficiary of our late employee. The father came and he received all that. So we have nothing left for you. It was quite shocking for this lady. Earlier she was a little unhappy, a little upset, but now she is very much upset that she has become a penniless person. The behavior of my late husband's family and parents is not good with me at all. They have taken away this money as well. And my own parents too are very poor and not as caring as they should have been. She thought that her last hope has gone. How will she be able to live her remaining part of the life? And she's quite young. She's quite young and she's okay physically. Ehsan brought her back to his quarter and asked her to live here for a few days if she want to. On the one hand, she was hopeless from everywhere else. On the other hand, she started confiding in Ihsan. Ihsan was a man of very good nature. She lived there at the quarter of Ihsan, where Ihsan alone was living. Like most of the bachelor's accommodation, it was a bit chaotic. The residence was chaotic, untidy. She totally converted this residence. It became quite an impressively clean, arranged. Isan was impressed. He was sleeping in the veranda while she was sleeping inside. Isan didn't even touch her and kept noticing that she is, on the one hand, she is very much worried about her future life, on the other hand, he is good looking, healthy, but on the other hand, she is very responsible, very caring, very caring. An idea came to Ihsan. He was an unmarried man. He asked her, told her, I'm an unmarried man. I also belong to Narwal. Will you like to marry me? This was the biggest opportunity for her. She realized it. Also, she too was observing Ihsan that the man is a kind hearted, not an irresponsible person. And he says prayers 5 times a day. Now, she asked another question from Ihsan. Can you give the love of father to my son? Ihsan, who was already having some love for the kids, and the kid too was thinking like maybe he is my father, and was quite loving responding toward his son as well. He said, okay, I will do that, and I will give him all the love of father. Ihsan called his parents. Ihsan was a man of very good nature, but the parents were also very of very good nature. They replied, if at all you are happy, we are okay. We don't have any problem with this. He told everything else about her. They replied, if at all you are happy, we are okay. We have nothing with that, and we will give her a true status of a daughter in law. Okay. Both of them came back again on a weekend. Now, Hassan conceived an idea. They came back a day earlier, and he conceived an idea. Why not to have an immediate wedding ceremony at the railway station? He talked to the his would-be wife. She said, "Okay, if you are happy, I'm okay." And the wedding did take place at the railway station. He bought her a wedding dress and his own dress as well, bared all the expenses. Obviously, she was not able to buy even a ticket to Lahore. And her parents too, although they participated in this ceremony, but they were not willing to, or not in a position rather, to do, to spend some money on her. That is why they handed her over or made her wed a not so good man. Now, the wedding ceremony took place at the railway station, along with those who were called, invited by the groom, bridegroom. Some of the people present over there, waiting for the train, were also given the food. The next day, a walima ceremony took place at a wedding hall. Ihsan was on a 2 week leave from his office that I do have to build. Now they are living happily. She is a very good wife indeed. She is a very good wife indeed. And the bad patch of her life is over, Alhamdulillah. But Ihsan is equally happy. Although that he married a widow with a 2-year-old son as well. But he is happy with both of these. And Ihsan has got a very good wife. Ihsan's wife has got a very good husband, a man who is treating her son as a son of his own. That is a great story, but it is a real story. Very enjoyable, very happy. Thank you.